Today, we're going to be going over some quick fixes that you can make to your Google Ads campaign to try to get a little bit more out of it, boost its performance, and get some more leads coming out of it. So if you're new here, my name is Chris. I cover all things Google Ads, local lead gen. So if you want to see more stuff like that, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's just kind of jump right in. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are not running any broad match keywords. For a majority of local campaigns on Google Ads, broad match keywords are just going to send you a lot of really irrelevant traffic. So you want to make sure every single keyword that you have in your campaign is using either exact match or phrase match. I tend to use a combination of both on a lot of my campaigns, and I tend to avoid broad match just about every campaign that I run. You can run broad match, but you need to have a massive negative keyword list to run it. I'm going to touch on negative keywords in just a second, but the biggest thing is you want to make sure your keywords are running keywords that are exact match like this. They have these little brackets around them, or they have the quotes around them like that. That's a phrase match. Really what a match type does nowadays is it just tells Google how wide of a net you're willing to cast when it comes to your search terms. With exact match keywords, you're going to get ads showing for the search terms that are as closely related to these keywords as possible. When the search traffic is closely related to these keywords and your ads are actually talking about what people are searching for, then you're most likely going to higher click-through rate, and you're also probably going to get a higher conversion rate. So the first thing you want to do, go through your keywords, make sure you're not running any broad match keywords, and make sure that all of your keywords are either exact match or phrase match. It's going to save you a ton of money, and it's most likely going to help you get a higher click-through rate. And if you have a landing page set up, it's probably going to help you get a better conversion rate as well. The next thing you're going to want to do is build a negative keyword list. If you don't have negative keywords in there already, there's a lot of different ways to start building that list. I'll cover one in just a second. But the reason why negative keywords are so important is this is going to tell Google what you don't want to show up for. I'm obviously not going to go through all these because it's not relevant to every single business, but you can see on this campaign, I have almost 2,500 negative keywords on it. And again, the reason why these are important is we're weeding out all the crap we don't want to show up for. If your ads are showing up for competitor searches or things that are irrelevant to what you offer, that's going to be wasted money. And it's also just not going to convert if that person clicks on an ad and makes it to a landing page. Now, if you have a campaign running, building that negative keyword list is pretty easy. What you want to do is you want to come over here to Insights and Reports, make sure you have your campaign selected, come down to search terms, and you're going to see all of the different search terms that your ads showed up for. Now on this account, I've obviously already done a lot of optimization, but just to scroll down, I'll show you some of the things that I've excluded. I'm not going to go through all of this, but what you want to do is at least on a weekly basis, come into this search terms report and then actually just take these keywords. You can just add them to a list, copy them into, a notes document or a spreadsheet or whatever. And then we want to take those keywords and then drop them into our negative keyword list. This includes things like this, like competitor kind of searches, ENJ, Gomez, Hayes, all these things that are either local competitors or competitors outside your market. You want to exclude those from your campaigns because if your ads are showing up for those searches and somebody's clicking on your ad for that search, it's just going to be a waste of money. So building that negative keyword list is super important. Adding keywords to the negative keyword list is actually pretty easy. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can either just click this box right here, add as a negative keyword, and then just select campaign. And then you can add the keyword to the negative keyword list directly from here. I would typically just do it as a phrase match. Another way you can do it is you can actually just highlight the keyword, just kind of grab something like this. And then you can just have a document running, something like just a notepad or something like that, add it to there. And then from here, you can just copy the keyword off of this list. If we come back to our keyword list over here, go to negative keywords, hit the plus sign, and then we can literally just drop our keywords in there like that, and then hit save. And that is how you build your negative keyword list. Another thing you can do to improve your campaign's performance is actually structure your campaigns properly. A lot of what I see people do is they take all of these different types of keywords and they put them into one ad group. So you'll have, for this particular client, this is a pool service client, they would have all of their pool service keywords, all their pool maintenance keywords, their pump repair, their acid wash keywords. All of those keywords would just be into one ad group. And then within that one ad group, they're only showing them one type of ad and sending them to one type of page. What you want to do is you want to take all of those different keywords, split them out into all of these different ad groups, and then within each one of those ad groups, show relevant ads to each one of those keywords. So for example, in the pool pump repair ad group, I don't want to show them just a generic pool service ad. I want to show them an ad that is relevant and specific to pool pump repair. That's going to help me improve my conversion rate, my click-through rate, all that kind of stuff. Same thing with these geographic keywords. You want to make sure that all the keywords in here are relevant to Phoenix. All the ads are relevant to Phoenix, and then the landing pages are relevant to Phoenix as well. That goes for every single ad group in here. It's a very, very simple tweak. It's a very simple adjustment. But the reason why it's important is it's going to help you boost the relevance of your ads to what people are searching. And when you do that, it's going to help boost your overall campaign performance. Another very simple thing you can do is adjust your device bids. So to find your device bids, you go into Insights and Reports, go to when and where ads showed, and it's going to show you what devices your campaign is showing on. Now, in some cases, you can actually come in here and realize, oh crap, computers is double the cost per lead of mobile. In that case, you can literally cut computers out of the campaign and instantly save on your cost per lead that way. In this case, the cost per lead on computers wasn't too bad. So what I did is I literally just downbidded computers a little bit so I can cut down the cost per lead there. So it's a little bit more in line with mobile. And then mobile's been performing well. It's been converting well. So I told Google, increase bids there a little bit, try to get more traffic there. But this is another great tweak that you can make to a campaign to either try to cut down cost per lead a little bit or even identify areas where your cost per lead is way too high. For example, in the past, I've had a lot of campaigns where computers just was not converting well. So in those instances, I just completely cut out computers, and that will cut down your cost per lead just by doing that. And then one last thing that I highly, highly recommend is make sure that you are creating every single asset that is relevant to your campaign. Some of the ones that I recommend are the image asset. If you can get a logo approved by Google, I'd include a logo and a business name. Sometimes Google's really finicky with that. I would definitely include site links, call outs, structured snippets. I usually don't put in lead forms just because I want to get fewer forms. I want to get more calls. And everything else is totally up to you. So price, if your pricing is relevant for your industry, you can include those. Promotion, if you have special promotions, you can include those as well. The reason why these are important is it's going to help take up more real estate on Google. It's going to help boost up your click-through rate on Google. And when your click-through rate's better, Google is going to show your ad more. And if your ad is shown more, people are going to click it more. You get more traffic, more leads, all that kind of good stuff. So adding all of these in is super, super important. But I would say the most important one is the call extension right here. So adding this to a campaign is literally just going to put a phone number on your ad, whether this is on search or remarketing or whatever. And having that phone number on your ad is going to get you so many more leads than if you didn't have it on your ad. And let me show you what that looks like. So the reason why that call asset is so important is you're going to get so many more leads just by having that phone number on your ad. Right now, I'm pulling the last 90 days of data on this particular campaign. And for both of these campaigns, the search campaign and the remarketing campaign, you see phone call extension leads right here. This is the conversion action for that. There have been 45 additional phone calls that have come from that call asset. And had that not been set up on the search campaign and not been set up on the remarketing campaign, we would have been missing out on 45 additional leads. But just by having that phone number on the ads, it has gotten more calls, more business, more money for this particular client. So that's it for this video. Those are some quick changes you can make to your Google Ads account to help boost up performance, increase your click-through rate, increase your conversion rate, cut down cost per lead. And that's just a handful of many different things that you can change on your campaign. I didn't even touch on landing pages or anything like that. But if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, comment. All that stuff is super helpful. If you are a business owner who needs to set up a campaign, get a campaign running and optimized, there's a link in the description below to apply for a consultation. I can review it, check it out, see if I can help you out, and I'll let you know. And if you are somebody who's running your campaigns yourself, there's a link in the description below for a bunch of tools that I recommend that I use every single day on all of my campaigns. You can find that down there, and that page will give you the rundown on everything I'm using. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Hope you found it helpful. And if you did, would appreciate you liking and subscribing. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.